Welcome to the Unraveling Achiever, the podcast for the person who's done everything right and is now questioning what that even means. I'm Angela McKay, former SVP of HR turned intuitive career coach and soul reading practitioner. I help accomplished folks like you to stop defaulting to what looks good and start building what feels true. Because you don't have to turn your life upside down, you just need to point your achiever energy toward a soul led career and life you'll love. Every episode, I tune into the energy of what's showing up for my clients and community and share what needs to be heard. No bypassing the mess, just honest guidance for the unraveling that changes everything. Let's get into it. Today's episode is about money. Behind the scenes, I actually chose the topic through a tarot reading and then tuned in to receive the intuitive messages. Money is a topic that's on a lot of our minds because for most of us, money isn't just money. It's tangled up with our work, our worth, our sense of security, our freedom, or lack of it. We relate our work to money. We calculate what our time is worth. We measure success by how much we earn. And if we're really honest, sometimes we tie our worth as a person to the money we make or the money we have. And our relationship with money, it's complicated. For some, it feels like it's never enough. No matter how much you make, no matter how much you save, it doesn't feel like enough. There's always this underlying anxiety that you need more, that you're not quite secure, that you can't relax yet. For others, money feels like it slips too easily out of their hands. You work hard, you earn it, and then it's gone. Bills, expenses, things you didn't plan for, and you're left wondering where it all went. And for others still, it's both. You're anxious that there's never enough and you feel like you can't hold on to it. So I tuned into the energy of what you need to know about money right now. And I received 3 messages, 3 practical, direct messages about how to shift your relationship with money. Here's what came through. The first message is about recognizing which extreme you are living in when it comes to money. And both extremes are blocking you from a healthy, abundant relationship with it. There are 2 patterns I'm seeing, and you'll know which one applies to you. The first pattern is overindulgence. You spend too much, you buy things you don't need, you indulge in ways that feel good in the moment, but don't feel good after. And then you feel guilty, you feel stressed. You look at your bank account or your credit card statement and you think, why did I do that? I know better than this. But then the cycle repeats because the spending isn't really about the thing you bought. It's about trying to fill something or soothe something or reward yourself for working so hard. The second pattern is over restriction. You never spend money on yourself. You save every penny. You deny yourself things that would bring you joy or make your life feel a little easier or feel good. And you tell yourself it's responsible, it's smart, you're being careful. But underneath that, there's a belief that there is not enough, that if you spend, there won't be more, that you have to hoard what you have because abundance isn't available to you. And ironically, that belief, that scarcity mindset, it's what's blocking abundance from flowing to you. Here's what both patterns have in common: dissatisfaction. Neither one feels good. Neither one creates a healthy relationship with money. If you're overspending, you're not satisfied because you feel out of control and guilty. If you're over-restricting, you're not satisfied because you're denying yourself and living in fear. So the message here is address the extreme you're living in. If you're overspending, get honest about why. What are you trying to fill or soothe or avoid? And how can you meet that need in a way that doesn't leave you feeling guilty and stressed? If you're over-restricting, get honest about the belief underneath it. Do you believe abundance is available to you? Or are you operating from a belief that there's not enough? If you want one, here's an action you can take. For the next week, track not just what you spend, but how you feel before you spend and after you spend. If you're an overspender, notice, what was I feeling right before I bought that? What was I trying to get from it? And how did I feel an hour later, a day later? If you're an over-restrictor, notice, what did I deny myself today? What belief came up when I thought about spending that money? And what would it feel like to say yes to something I want? The awareness alone will start to shift the pattern. The second message is about breaking out of the scarcity and lack mindset by seeing what and who are available to you. Here's what happens when you're in a scarcity mindset about money. You tunnel vision. You only see what's not there. You only see what's lacking. You only see the problems. And when you're in that tunnel, you miss the resources, the support, the opportunities that are right in front of you. So this message is about asking you to look up and around. Look at what you have, not what you don't have, what you do have. Look at the resources available to you. Look at the people who would help you if you asked. Look at the skills you have that could generate income. Look at the expenses you could cut without sacrificing anything that really matters. You're not as isolated in your financial situation as you think you are. There are people who would support you. There are resources you haven't tapped into. There are opportunities you haven't noticed because you've been so focused on what's missing. The shift here is from I don't have enough to what do I have? What's available to me? And I'm not talking about toxic positivity or pretending everything is fine when it's not. I'm talking about actual awareness of actual resources. If you're looking for an action step for this one, here's one that you can try. Make a list of your resources. Write down the skills you have that could generate income, even if you're not currently using them that way. People in your life who would help you if you asked in a supportive or collaborative way. Expenses you could reduce or eliminate without real sacrifice. Things you own that you could sell if you needed to, and part of you actually wants to. Knowledge you have that others would pay for. Community resources available to you, like libraries, programs, support services. And ways to learn more about money, to learn about financial literacy, budgeting, and managing resources effectively. Look at the list. That's what you have available to you. That's more than nothing. That's actual abundance you already have access to. And when you see it, really see it, the scarcity mindset starts to crack. The third message is the most empowering one. You have more power over your financial reality than you think you do. Something we do with money is we give so much power to the stories, to the constructs, to the rules about how money works. We tell ourselves things like, I'm just not good with money. Money always slips through my hands. I'll never make enough. Rich people are lucky or unethical. Money is the root of all evil. I have to work myself to death to make money. And we believe these stories so deeply that they become our reality. The truth, though, is the world is in your hands. Your financial reality is yours to create. I'm not saying you can just manifest $1 million by thinking positive thoughts. What I am saying is you have agency, you have choice. You have the ability to create a different relationship with money and a different financial reality than the one you're currently living in. But you have to take your power back from the stories. Taking your power back means these three things. One, stop accepting the story that you're just not good with money. You can learn, you can get support, you can change your habits. The story is keeping you stuck. Two, stop treating money like it's some mysterious force outside of your control. Money is a tool. You get to decide how you earn it, spend it, save it, invest it. You're not at its mercy. Three, stop waiting for permission to want more or to create more. You're allowed to want financial abundance. You're allowed to pursue it. You're allowed to create it in a way that aligns with your values. Here's the action for this message if you want one. Identify one money story you've been telling yourself that's keeping you stuck. Write it down, look at it, and then ask yourself, is this actually true? Or is this a story I inherited, absorbed, or created that I'm choosing to believe? And then write a new story based on your power and agency. A few examples. So, old story, I'm just not good with money. New story, I'm learning to manage money in a way that works for me. Old story, money always slips through my hands. New story, I'm creating systems that help me hold on to and grow my money. Old story, I'll never make enough. New story, I'm building skills and opportunities that increase my income over time. That's you taking your power back. That's you creating your world instead of living in a world created by old stories. So, those are the three messages about money. First, address the extreme you're living in. Overindulgence or over-restriction both are blocking you from a healthy relationship with money. Get honest about the pattern and what's driving it. Track how you feel before and after you spend. Second, look up and around. You have more support and resources than you think. Break out of the scarcity mindset by seeing what and who are available to you. Make a list of your resources. You're not starting from zero. Third, take back your power. The world is in your hands. Your financial reality is yours to create. Stop giving so much power to the stories and constructs. Identify one money story that's keeping you stuck and write a new one based on your actual agency. Money isn't just money. In these instances, it's been tied up with your worth, your security, and your freedom. And your relationship with it is shaped by stories, patterns, and beliefs that you didn't consciously choose. But you get to choose now. You get to address the patterns. You get to see the resources. You get to take your power back. If what you heard today resonated, I'd love to support you in going deeper. Soul Reading is a 75-minute one-on-one session where I open your Akashic records, which are like the library of you, and help you reconnect with what your soul already knows about your path, your purpose, and what's next. You can learn more and book at angelamckllc.com/soul-reading. And if this episode landed for you, subscribe or follow so you don't miss what's coming next. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Thanks for being here, and until next time, take care.